Hi Ray and Francis. I'm going to talk to you about what happens at a dairy. Dairy products, okay, let's just go through those first of all. Dairies make cream, they make cheese, they make yogurt, they make fruit juices, and of course they make ice cream. Let's go into those in a bit more detail. The milk arrives, or should we say, the arrangements are made for the milk to be collected in some cases, or the milk is delivered by the farmers to the dairy. In the old days, they used to put the milk in big milk cans. This is a little one. They used to put them in big milk cans, which used to hold about 30-40 liters. Or the trucks used to go to the farmer, and they used to suck up the milk out of tanks once the cows had been milked. When it got to the dairy, the first thing that happened was that the milk was tested. And in a lot of cases, it was tested by taste. It was poured into a little bit was poured into the guy would taste it and spit it out, and he'd taste the next one and make sure it hadn't gone sour. The milk is bought from the farmer, and you pay the farmer for the number of liters of milk he delivers and what its fat content is. The cream content, how much cream there is also extra. Let's just start looking at those in a little bit more detail. If you look at milk, remember milk, as you said, it comes in cartons like this, or it comes in bottles which will stay refrigerated the whole time. What happens to milk though, as it arrives at the factory, it is pasteurized. What that means, it goes through a limited sterilization process. It's heated up very quickly and then cooled down. This is to help make sure that the life of the milk is longer than normal than it would be, because of all the things inside it. Everything loves to grow and eat and drink milk. So you need to sterilize it to make sure it's got some sort of lasting time. That's the normal milk. Most of us now drink milk out of cardboard boxes. These ones, it's got UHT on it, means ultra high temperature process. It's been raised very quickly up to a very, very high temperature, and then it's cooled down very, very quickly. And that makes it even more sterile. In fact, these ones, okay, don't have to be kept in a fridge. And this one here was made on the, Mom Nana brought it quite recently, but it expires only in January next year. So it's over 7 months that this can stay at room temperature. Milk, of course, can't do that unless it has been ultra high temperature processed or pasteurized. Then there's also what people call homogenized. I work for a dairy called Creamline. If you left milk that comes from a farm in a glass jar, the cream would settle out, would rise to the top, and the heavier solids would settle to the bottom. What they do, though, so that you don't have the cream is all mixed up in the milk, they homogenize it. This is milk squirted through tiny little holes. It's squirted through here, and it breaks up or emulsifies the fat into the milk. Yogurts are my favorite, of course. Yogurts are made these days, and the yogurts we got here, I've got one here from Crystal Valley, which is a low-fat yogurt with peaches and apricot, real peaches and apricots. Then there's a yogurt here, which has got flavoring in it. It hasn't got any real blueberries, it's blueberry flavored. In here as well, they put in things like stabilizers, fruit flavors, water, stabilizers, milk solids, and some preservatives. But they're still very, very tasty and very, very nice. Let me tell you, I've told you about homogenizing, I've told you about dairy. My job, let me tell you about my job. My job, I worked at a dairy for about 1.5 years in Pinetown called Creamline Dairies, and I used to go and taste and sample the products that were in the cold storage units, great big rooms which had refrigeration and kept everything cold in there. So I used to sample the yogurts, used to take some yogurts, go back to the lab and test them. I also used to run tasting panels where we used to put out the fruit juices. You might wonder why dairies make fruit juices. It goes very well with milk. What happens is they buy concentrated fruit and they dilute this down to the various fruits that we know, fruit juices like orange juice and apricot juices, those sorts of things. And I used to make tasting panels. I used to set up tasting panels where we used to mix various yogurts or try different things. One of the yogurts I was very closely involved in making or starting, it was a yogurt called Apple and Spice. It had been on the market for about 2-3 months when I got a phone call from reception saying there's a lady in Broad Street in Durban who's very upset because her Apple and Spice yogurt has gone all runny, and it's the only thing her baby will eat. So I got into my car, I took off several cartons of Apple and Spice in a cooler box, took it to her flat in Broadway. I asked her, where was the milk, where was the yogurt once you bought it? Oh, I put it on the back shelf of the window of the car there. And I said, was it in the sun? She said, yes. I said, that's the problem. There's the problem. You've left yogurt in the sun and then it breaks down and it goes all watery and runny. But here's some more for you. Here's some for your little girl, so she's not going to go without breakfast. Here's the Apple and Spice. And she liked that very, very much. That's about all I can tell you about dairy products. Yes. Now that's it. I think if there's any questions, your mom can ask me, or I can talk to you again, or you can write the questions down, and I will send you back more information about this. Thanks very much. Bye.